Happy Saturday. This is just the first in a series of storms that are going to be impacting the Bay Area over the next several days. So early morning plans, I hope you enjoyed them while they were still relatively dry. It was still misty out there for most of the morning, but the heavy rain arriving this afternoon, especially along our coastal communities in North Bay, about 1, 2, 3 o'clock. And then that rain will continue to make its way across the entirety of the Bay Area throughout the afternoon hours. You'll notice farther south, though, down near Monterey, you're probably not going to see any rainfall today. It's up north that the heavier downpours likely are going to be pushing through, and the heavier downpours you can definitely see noted by those areas in yellow and darker orange. And those areas in yellow and darker orange, you'll notice, are going to be a lot more noticeable, a lot more widespread across the North Bay throughout the late night tonight and into early Sunday morning. So North Bay communities, this is when you're going to be picking up the heavy rainfall. Flooding threats are going to be pretty high overnight and into early tomorrow. By tomorrow afternoon, that's when this line of atmospheric river moisture is finally going to push a little bit farther south, because the atmospheric river, it acts like a fire hose. It moves up and down the west coast. So early in the day tomorrow, it'll be kind of farther north, but then throughout the afternoon hours, that fire hose will gradually push farther south. And you'll notice those pockets and deeper and darker orange, yellow, those again in downtown San Francisco. Let's take that off, kind of show you where we are for a second. Downtown San Francisco, afternoon hours on Sunday are likely going to be seeing that heavier round of rainfall throughout the afternoon on Sunday. Then the heavier rain pushes farther south Sunday afternoon to our South Bay communities, farther inland East Bay, the places that haven't really gotten in on a whole lot of the rain. Sunday afternoon and evening, this is your time period to pick up on a good amount of rainfall, and especially over near the Santa Cruz Mountains. Heavy rainfall, flash flooding going to be an issue. For those of you who live downhill of the burn scar area, also going to be an issue as well. Throughout the day on Monday, most of the rain is going to be sitting across our South Bay communities. So again, South Bay, you're going to be getting in on the rain, I promise. It just likely isn't going to be arriving until later Sunday and into Monday. And then by Monday afternoon and evening, that line of atmospheric river moisture moves right back up. It is not going anywhere. It is going to continue to make its way up and down the entire coast of the Bay Area and bringing widespread rainfall, the heaviest of which likely is going to persist Sunday through Tuesday. That's the time period that we're most concerned about when it comes to flash flooding, and especially across our North Bay and inland communities. This is where we actually do have flood watches in effect that are going to continue throughout the day tomorrow, Monday, and into Tuesday, because again, that's where the heaviest rain is expected, and that's when we're going to be seeing the most of those widespread impacts. Let's take a closer look at what we can expect over the next several days, again, when it comes to the rain and when it comes to the winds and the snow. Rain is going to continue every single day, again, moving up and down across the Bay Area. So not everybody will be seeing it all day, every day, but at least some part of the Bay Area will be seeing some sort of rain at some point every single day through Christmas Day, which is Thursday. By Christmas night and then into the day after Christmas, we'll be seeing those rain chances gradually dwindling down. So late next week and into next weekend, rain chances finally going down, but every single day until then, we'll be seeing something. Total amounts easily going to be highest across our North Bay communities, 7 to 8 inches of rainfall. And again, those of you who do live in flood-prone areas, low-lying areas, maybe downhill of a burn scar, or you've seen mudslides in the past, this is what we're going to be keeping a very close eye on. Farther inland, farther south, places like San Jose, Livermore, Concord, anywhere from 4 to 5 inches. That's really, really healthy total. Still, maybe a little bit of flooding, but not nearly as much of those flooding threats. And farther south near Hollister, Salinas, and Monterey. Now look at the Santa Cruz Mountains. 14 inches possible. This is the Weather Prediction Center outlook for the next 7 days, but these would be some very, very good numbers for inland, potentially dangerous numbers for North Bay and Santa Cruz Mountains communities. So again, a lot of rain possible over the next 7 days. And with the rain saturating the soil, it is going to lead to some downed trees, tree limbs, and maybe some power outages. This is the winds that we're expecting throughout the day tomorrow and Monday. Nothing crazy. I don't think there will be a wind advisory. Those gusts only anywhere from 30 to 40 miles an hour. So yes, it will be windy, especially closer to our coastal communities, Half Moon Bay and up towards Santa Rosa, likely going to be the windiest tomorrow afternoon. But it's just going to be a little bit of whipping rain, I would say. I would not expect too many tree limb or power outages. But it's Tuesday night. All eyes are going to be on, because this is when the worst of the winds will be arriving. Potentially 60-plus mile-an-hour wind gusts closer to our coastal communities, Half Moon Bay. Right now, forecast 58 miles an hour, and I wouldn't be surprised if other parts of the coast did see those 60 to 65 mile an hour gusts. And then farther inland, still 35 to 45 plus miles an hour with saturated soils. This is when we're going to be seeing those drowned tree limbs, those power outages, and those most widespread impacts. And Tuesday evening, that's the day before Christmas Eve. That's when a lot of people are going to be out traveling. So keep that in mind. And maybe if you can leave earlier in the day Tuesday before these winds start really whipping around, highly suggest you do so. By Wednesday afternoon, the winds will be calming down just a little bit and widespread snow making its way across the Sierra. And the highest elevation of the Sierra, possibly upwards of 4 feet of snowfall by the time things are all said and done over the next 7 days. So that's really wonderful news for those of you who are planning on heading up to maybe Tahoe, South Lake Tahoe. 2 feet of snow possible over the next 7 days. And that's at the lower elevations. At the higher elevations, there will be even more. It is going to be mixed with a little bit of some warmer air to contend with, especially with these first couple of storm systems before those temperatures drop and those elevations for the snow get colder and lower. Because look at this, it's relatively warm all the way through Wednesday. It's a relatively warm system that will be making its way through. So low 60s and rain in San Jose, hey, that's bearable. But mid to lower 50s in rain, that's pretty chilly rain. And that will be arriving again starting Wednesday and into Thursday and then continuing through the later parts of next week. So it's definitely going to feel a lot chillier. It's going to feel a lot more like Christmas by Christmas Day. But that does make for, again, outdoor plans that you have, more tricky travel, and those of you who definitely need to grab a jacket and an umbrella later in the upcoming week. But enjoy the relatively mild, humid, muggy conditions that we'll be seeing. Downtown San Francisco likely going to be in the low 60s through the weekend of weather ahead of us. And then those temperatures, again, dropping back down into the upper 50s. But the temperatures aren't going to be a huge issue. Again, it's really only for the high elevations of the Sierra that those temperatures matter, because at the freezing level, we want it to get lower and lower to allow the most widespread snow as far south and as far low elevation as we can get. But the rest of the Bay Area, no snow expected for us. We will be seeing the widespread rainfall, those temperatures every single day in the upper 50s. The chance for rain will stick around every single day, but not everybody will be seeing rainfall every single day. Again, it's that fire hose of moisture that's going to make its way up and down the Bay Area, and bringing those widespread impacts every single day of the next 6 is a weather alert day. So I want everyone to be prepared. And if you have any travel plans, plan now to give yourself extra time. Make sure you have maybe backup plans in case your plans do get canceled, and just take it easy this week. If you don't have any travel plans, stay inside, enjoy a cozy and wet Christmas or holiday week ahead of us.